So, my son is 11, just started 6th grade. And this whole 5th grade, well, always, ever since like preschool, I always had issues with little girls and him. Like, little girls be trying to kiss on him at daycare, be trying to hump on him, and all types of shit, right? So, fast forward, we in the 5th grade. I'm having to go to the school because one little girl who used to be his girlfriend is texting him, and I see the text in the tablet, texting him, talking about, why won't you talk to me anymore? Just please talk to me. I just miss you so much. I just wish we could be friends again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's a bit much for the 5th grade. Okay, come through. I don't know how to do baby hair, so I just slick them back. But, yeah. So I'm like, the hell? Fast forward, I get a call from the school. It's a rumor. The little girl then started a rumor because she used to be Camden's girlfriend, but then they broke up because he didn't like her no more because 11-year-olds are fickle. They don't know what they want. And the little girl started a rumor talking about her and my son had sex and he choked her and he hit it from the back. And I'm like, what? And I guess this all came to a head because the little girl, it was going around the school and she was saying that she didn't say it, but all the kids were saying she did. So, of course, I'm in a conference with the school, and they're like, oh, it's been handled, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because we need to have a conference with her parents because this ain't it. But they wouldn't let me do that. Fast forward, maybe 2 weeks or so go by. I get a call. They say my son playing truth or dare in the classroom, and a little girl kissed him. And I'm like, what? So I asked, like, them what happened. And they're like, we have it on camera that they're playing truth or dare in the classroom and the little girl kissed him. So I asked my son what happened. And he's like, no, I was doing my work and she came up to me and was whispering in my ear. And I was like, whoa, what are you doing? Move. And she was saying they was trying to make her kiss him, but she didn't. So fast forward, I'm mad because I'm like, first of all, she ain't even supposed to be in the same class as my son, let alone being close enough to him to walk up to him and whisper to him in his ear, where's the teacher? Why the teacher ain't doing what she's supposed to be doing? And where this video? I want to see it. So they keep telling me, you can see the video, blah, blah, blah. Get up to the school. I can't show you the video because it has other people's children and that's a privacy issue and blah, 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 blah. But we did look into it, and we're doing an investigation. So I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to the teacher because, mind you, I was sitting in the classroom that week before because I wanted to see, what's going on, because how they wilding out like this. So I sat in the classroom and you had kids like playing, texting on their computers, everything, making DIY craft bracelets and shit. So I'm like, okay, let me speak to the teacher, because when I was in there, she was on y'all every time y'all got up. Like, what you doing? Where you going? Why? So how y'all playing truth or dare? She don't know. This time she don't want to speak to me. She talking about she ain't gonna talk to me and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up there and I'm like, look, I'm not leaving. Cause somebody finna talk to me. Cause at this point, if it was the other way around, and my son was saying this stuff about little girls and like doing all this shit, y'all probably would have had the police up here. This little girl parents would have been up here. Y'all probably would have had my son labeled as a sex offender. So no, we not just finna let this shit slide. Cause evidently the little girl ain't learning whatever lesson her parents tried to teach her and disciplining her when y'all talked to them the first time. So that happened, got that situated. Fast forward, we in summer camp now. I just go get his phone because he was just a little too happy. He was all up on it. He got comfortable. So I'm like, let me see it. And I go through it. He got a little girlfriend. She 13. They talking about oral sex and lap dances. And I'm like, what? I know you fucking lying. But nope, the proof is in the pudding. And so we've been talking about how he not old enough for a girlfriend. And I'm trying to figure out why he think he old enough for a girlfriend and why he want one so bad. Because he was like, well, it just means like, I really, really like him and all this. And I'm like, okay, you can like people. And it's one thing to like a girl and y'all be talking and, y'all play PS4 or y'all just be talking about TikTok and shit and y'all text and stuff. But that's not what you doing. You talking about oral sex and going like half on a baby and shit. Like, okay, maybe not half on a baby. That's a bit extra. But you talking about shit. You talking about sex. So what's the deal? What's the tea? So fast forward, I sent him a text of this TikTok with this mom explaining to her son, like why as a child, even though because the little boy was saying, I hear rules sometimes and they don't make sense to me. So if they don't make sense to me, I just don't listen to them. And so the mom is explaining, okay, so even though they don't make sense to you, you can't just not listen to them because as an adult, I understand things from a different perspective than what you understand them. And you don't have that perspective yet. So as an adult and as your parent, you trust my perspective and my judgment, which is me telling you, that, and you just having to trust that I'm telling you something, for the benefit. And as I say this, I remember having conversations with my mom like this. So now I really think I'm going to have to scare my son straight. Because I'm a Capricorn rising and he's a Capricorn sun. And so, yeah, I'm going to probably have to scare him straight. I'm trying to figure out hard lessons worked for me. So, yeah, he going to need some hard lessons. Yeah, phone and fail. He going to need some hard lessons, but not too hard. But, yeah. That's crazy. So yeah, he's talking about he think he ready for a girlfriend and stuff because I always ask him to make his brothers bottles and to make them some milk. And when he get home from practice, sometimes he just want to chill and not do nothing. Football practice. And I'm like, and why don't I ask my boyfriend? And I'm like, first of all, the audacity. Because making milk for bottles and cups ain't the tip of the iceberg for being a parent. You don't realize that being a parent is me having this conversation with you and knowing what you don't know and trying to get you to understand that you don't know what I know, so you just gotta chill. We in the middle of parenting. You don't even see that. You just talking about making bottles and shit after football practice for a football team that I fucking paid for. You want to know why? Because I'm an adult and I go to work. You want to know why? Because my boyfriend goes to work, gets money, contributes to the household. And guess what? Adults is tired. Because kids ain't never tired. And y'all always want to do something different at the exact same time. And you not understanding that takes energy. So yeah, I'm going to need a nap. So yeah, I'm going to want to sit down. Because guess what? You're going to want to go to practice later. Guess what? You're going to want to go someplace with your friends. You're going to want your friends to do this, and you're going to want your friends to come over, right? Guess what? You're going to want some money for Roblox, whatever the fuck. You're going to want to buy some PS4 to buy a game, right? Guess who needs to be alert and in their right mind so they can work and deal with the bullshit in the world to get a paycheck to buy this shit for you? Only to have you say you just want to chill after football practice and not do nothing. Not knowing dinner still got to be made. Shower still got to be given. Y'all still got to go to bed. Y'all still got to, you don't even do everything that you're supposed to do without being asked. Like, so it's just the nerve. And I feel like I was probably thinking like this as a kid. And the nerve in me, the audacity. Like, boy, I'm trying to let you grow and, have your opinions and speak your mind, because I don't want to, silence you as a child. I want you to feel like you can say what you feel. But you're going to be in for a rude awakening, because I'm not the one or the two. And as I heard on TikTok, I might need 3 people to hold me back. I couldn't believe that. Like, boy, you don't know. And I'm the queen of texting. I'll send your ass a paragraph in a minute. You better read the shit. And you my son, so I'm going to make you read the shit. Like, boy, quit playing with me. I cannot believe that. Stressing me out. Clearly, because I'm smoking a black and mild, not cannabis. Like, what am I going to do? Because he seems so ready for a girlfriend. And I'm like, you picking these hoochie mamas, the ones with these hips on TikTok and lifting up their shirts and belly shirts. But I guess everybody's wearing belly shirts, because clearly it ain't no dress code in the schools no more. But I'm like, it's girls out there who is like, oh my God, Kendra's so cute. Kendra's so cute. And these bitches can read, and not bitches, I'm sorry, but they can read. They do their homework. They getting straight A's and B's. Like, you want somebody showing signs to be on a path to nowhere early. Why? I guess this guy just let me know. Girl, you trying to manifest a house and a stable living environment for your kids, and I'm going to give it to you. Because this was up. And I got 4 younger sons under him and 1 daughter. So to have to go through this 4 times, and my son, like, they all handsome. Like, all my children are beautiful. Like, yeah, God's like, girl, drink your water, exercise, get in shape, because you're going to be running around with these little boys. And they dads, they be thinking this shit funny. They be thinking I'm tripping. So clearly, yeah, nah, bro. No fuck boys over here. Because I'll be damned. I have 5 sons. For all of them to be like people I dated prior to, just to turn out like that. Like, no. Nurture over nature. Like, we gonna respect women around here. And we gonna respect ourselves. Because if you respect yourself, you ain't finna be just letting anybody get close to you and get up on you. Because, yeah, nah. But that's it. That's all.